Hello, welcome to this Civil 3D corridor modeling tutorial. In this video, we will annotate our profiles and we will change its geometry so that we can achieve required cut and fill works along the length of the corridor. What I'm going to do is that I will select my profile view and we'll go to profile view properties. Then I will come to the profile section and will uncheck the profiles that I don't need. For the time being, I just need design profile and then this existing ground surface profile. I will check these two guys. I will leave them as checked and will click OK. Okay. If I need to make any changes to this profile, obviously the corridor will ask me to rebuild it. So what I can do is that I will come to my to my corridor and will click the properties and then will uncheck it, because I don't want to process my corridor while I'm working with my profile in the profile view. So I will just uncheck all the regions in my corridor so that they will not be processed while working with the design profile. Okay, now there are two profiles in this profile view. One is existing ground profile and then one is a design profile. Design profile is also called layout profile in Civil 3D. What I have done is that I had changed the channage from 0 to minus 5, and then over here I have increased the channage as well. I just clicked on that guy and then went to stations and just changed these values from 0 to minus 5 and then increase this value from 265.48 to this guy. And why have I done this? Because I just want to be sure that my design profile is longer in length than this surface profile. If I don't keep this guy lengthy than this one, then I will see that problem where my corridor in the profile view will just come from over here and will drop to go to 0. So that's why I had to keep extra length on both sides, minus 5 over here and then some value over here. Okay, now when you select on the design profile that you want to change, you just select it and then you go to this button called geometry editor. You click on this and then a toolbar is opened called profile layout tools. There are plenty of options right now. What option that we want to use is this guy called delete entity. I will click on this guy and I will just click this part of the I don't have to click it because there is only a single part, but if I have, let's say, two parts, then this option will help me to delete that part, the part that I don't need. Okay, so right now it's a single part. How do we add a new part? I can add a new part by clicking this button called insert PVI. So if I click on this guy and then just click anywhere along the length of the profile, there we will get a PVI. Okay, so now this profile is consisted of two parts. Okay, now if I want to use this option, it will work. If I click on this guy and if I click on this part, as you can see, the part that I want to delete is being selected. So if I click on this, it will be deleted. So this part is used to delete a part that you don't want to have. I will drag this guy again over here, and then what I'm gonna do is that I will add a PVI again. Over here what we want to have is that this is existing surface and we want to have a kind of design profile so that we don't have to do much cutting along the length and we don't want to do much fill as well. So that's why I can have as many number of entities in this design profile as I want. I will click on this guy and we'll just uh, put it somewhere over here. At the same time, I just need to see my grades along the length. How can I display those grade annotations? I will select this guy, will right click and click this edit labels. At the same time, this option is also available over here called edit label, edit profile label. I will click this and then it will take me to this dialog box. Types of profile labels that I can add: major stations, minor stations, horizontal geometry points along the length, lines, grade breaks, crust curves and sag curves. I will in this example I will use lines. I will see what lines can do. I will click on this guy and then profile tangent label style. I will click on this arrow and will select %grade. Will add it to this location and will press OK. I'm not going to change anything over there in that dialog box. Okay, once that has been done, we can see that for the two segments that I have for my profile, this part and this part, we have gray annotations now showing up over here as well as over here. So this annotation is now showing that slope for my drainage channel is minus 1.1% from here up to somewhere over here. Okay, and I want to keep this as 2% as required by the as I am required to. I need to have a slope in between let's say 2 to 1%, or 1 to 2%. I need to keep that slope. So I'll just drag this guy so that I can decrease the slope a little bit. It is minus 1.1% and I need to change it a little bit more. It is 0.3%. I just need to keep it somewhere between let's say any value, but I'm just showing you the method. You can keep any slope that you want. Right now I'm happy with this 0.4%, minus 0.4% grade. Okay, so once you do this, then I will change the slope as well. I'm gonna keep it somewhere over here so that I don't have to do much cutting. And it is minus 0.08%. It is it's not that much, so I will grab this PVI point and will take it a little bit up. Now this one is minus 0.34%, and this one is minus 14. I can drag this guy a little bit down so that slope is increased, and it is now minus 0.36. So you can play with these guys and achieve whatever you want. And one more thing that I can say is that cutting over here is too much and fill probably is not that much. So we will make use of another useful tool. Instead of just changing these slopes, what I can do is that I can click on this guy called raised lower PVIs. I will click on this and I'm gonna just ask it to raise the whole profile by a small amount, let's say 0.3. I will take the whole profile by a small amount of 0.3 and will press OK. So it has jumped up. In this way I don't have to do anything. The whole profile will go up by 0.3. Now the profile seems to be a little bit reasonable, and you can add as many segments as you want to this profile, and also you can add obviously you can add curves as well. I mean, there are draw tangent with curves, and then draw tangents will add straight lines, and then curve settings and so many other things. Okay, so Once this is done, and let's say you are done with this, then you can come to the corridor, right click, go to properties and check it back and see what has happened in the plan view. If I click OK and rebuild the corridor and I come to my profile, I can see that over here there is area only in fill, and then at the end there is area which is in cut. These markers are at a larger distance, so they are not that much dense. So what I can do is I can click this guy and come to my corridor properties, and then come to slope pattern, and then I will increase the density of the cut. I will go to the style and will do something. I will increase the number of these guys. How can I do? I can do it in component 1. I will increase the number of lines from 1 to 2. And then I can come to component number 2 and I will decrease the length of this guy. I will keep it as 80%. And we'll press OK and we'll OK. And I will do the same for fill as well. I will come to component 1 and we'll change this guy to 2, and then we'll come to component 2 and we'll change this to 80%, something like. If I press OK, now the frequency has increased a little bit, so you can increase even more if you want to. Now this change, we will play with the change later on. I mean, we will see how we can annotate the alignment in different ways. Okay, now I will click on this profile view again, and we'll come to profiles, and we'll turn on all the profiles that I need. And there you go, you have your channel displaying properly in your profile view with the grades that you need for it too. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe if you like this video. Thank you.